What's up, guys? Kirsty Snyder here with Daniel Kump. We're ready to rock it out for Mindset Monday on January 9th, 2023. Really excited to chat with you guys this morning. If you are on the replay from our playlist, please put replay in the comments below this video and then participate just as if you're live with us hanging out. If you have any questions or comments, please do that. I'd love to collaborate with you in the comments below if that's needed. Okay. Mindset Monday. We've got a few things to go over this morning that I'm really excited about. And I know Daniel feels the same. We always prep with what we want to talk about. So I hope you guys get a lot of engagement and good stuff from it. Okay. Going live.
And I just hope you guys are taking action, man, because the feedback coming in from the new app, it's still about a week old now. And those of you guys that's joining us on the Facebook live stream, we're just fired up for the app, man, fired up for everything here in 2023. Hope you guys are taking action. The feedback on the app so far has been phenomenal. A couple little glitchy things here and there. I'll cover a couple of those things real quick later on. But man, we're seeing such really, just in the whole month of January, guys, we're seeing such really great momentum. I'm seeing sales come in from people I have no idea who they are. They're like 3, 4, 5 people away from me in my unilevel, which means like I sponsored someone who sponsored someone who sponsored someone who sponsored someone. It's just duplication at its finest. Yes. And it's just so cool to see. But guys, hey, welcome to Mindset Monday. I'm going to pop out a push notification here in about 2 seconds. And you guys are going to get to see the power of this app and how awesome it is. So stand by. And let me know. I'll also drop the everyone tag in here in just a second as we get going.
Awesome. Thanks for doing that. So half a dozen of you guys on live with us now inside of our Facebook group. If you're here, please drop a comment. Please say hi in the comments. Let us know where you're tuning in from, what you're fired up about. And if you're bold and courageous enough, I'd love to know, all 13 of you now, what is your goal for this week and why? And of course, when I say goal, I'm talking income, I'm talking sales, I'm talking impact. What do you want to attain this week? If you knew for a fact, say by Saturday this week, let's see, Saturday the 14th at midnight. If you knew by Saturday the 14th at midnight that you would make $1,200, would you show up differently right now? Yes. So drop me a comment, all 20 of you. What is your goal this week and why? Attach some emotion to it. Okay. You guys probably just got the notification. Oh, that's so sexy. Look at that. Oh my heck. It's so good, you guys. So you get the notification like this. Yeah. You tap into it. That's what it looks like.
Yep.
And then you hit join live here.
Boom.
And look, there we is. Haha, I love it. Oh my heck. So good. Oh, it's so good. Oh, I love it.
That's and how cool is it that, and I could do it, I could do that link direct to the Facebook, to the Facebook group, but I think it's even cooler when I'll do the push notification, like just 30 seconds after we go live, and then I can link it direct to the live. So when they click in there, they literally just go right in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty
super
freaking
cool.
Awesome. And it's working.
I love technology.
We went from 20 to about 35 now, which is freaking stellar, you guys. But don't hurt it for yourself. You have team members, tag them right now. Say, are you on? Come for Mindset Monday. We want you here. Don't hurt it for yourself. Share it. Share it.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at what Megan just wrote. Yeah. 10 sales. So I can tell my husband that it works. You know what? Let's make that the mindset nugget of the day, right?
Yeah.
Because I know that can be a sticky wicket for some folks where you have the unsupportive spouse, right? Or the unsupportive significant other, like, oh, don't do those things. Those are scams. They don't work, blah, blah, blah. And it can be really difficult sometimes when you have a spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other, whoever, that doesn't support what you're doing, or they don't believe in it. And it can be really difficult sometimes. And that's where for you, it takes some real work on your personal development. Like you got to work even harder on yourself than the average person does. Where if you do have a supportive spouse, or let's say you're by yourself, you're single, whatever, it would be a little easier doing the day-to-day, taking that action. But if you're doing things where like, and I've seen this happen where you literally have to hide what you're doing from your significant other. And it's like, it can become really challenging.
No.
So your mindset, your work on yourself, your personal development is so critically important. So please don't for a second, don't underestimate that.
Yep.
And I know many of you kind of have to prove to your significant other, kind of like what Megan was saying, like, hey, I got 10 sales so I can show my husband that this indeed does work. You know, some of you are in that situation where you really have to kind of prove it to someone else that what you're doing is viable. But just know that you guys hear me talk about this stuff all the time. I've been talking about this stuff since, 2016, right? There's 3 basic things to success online. Work on yourself, drive traffic, follow up. You can now follow up with the app, right? So those 3 things, but number 2, the drive traffic and the follow up part, those are completely irrelevant and they don't even matter if you don't do number 1. If you're not working on yourself consistently, and some of you guys, plain and simple, you have to work harder at it than others. Some people, it might just seem like it comes more naturally, because it does. Some of you guys have to work really hard at it, but just don't stop. Don't ever give up. Don't ever, you've never arrived. It's not like you walk through a doorway and you're like, oh, I don't have to do personal development anymore. It's like, you always have to.
You're
but just
always doing something more because you always want to be gaining something more. If you're not growing, you're disintegrating, right? If you're not collaborating, if you're not creating, you are doing the opposite. And the opposite of creation is disintegration, right? Growing, dying, choosing one path, choosing another, not making a choice means that you're stagnant, means that you're paralyzed. So listen, Linda, have you guys seen that before? If you don't know what I'm talking about, you should go look that up. Cute little kid.
Not making a choice is still making a choice.
Exactly.
You're still deciding.
Not making the choice to work on yourself is choosing, I am not going to work on myself. It defaults what you don't want if you don't intentionally choose something you do want. So do you want to have a life of default? These are just the cards I've been dealt. Or do you want to create the cards you get to play? Because there's a huge difference. Some people will say, oh, well, my spouse, this and that. Well, my mom, this and that. Well, my area, this and that. Well, I don't have a degree, this and that. Well, I don't have I'm too young. I'm too old. I'm too tall. I'm too ugly. I'm too whatever. People want to see you. People want to connect with you. And you are being selfish if you're letting anyone else determine your results based on your crappy assumption. Don't be selfish. Create what you want to have. What is the definition of create, you guys? Like if you were to look it up right now, what is the definition of the word create? I'm going to look it up because, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Bring into existence. Montana, Roy, you guys, love you. To create means to bring into existence. So what did I start out with in this video right now? What is your goal and why? Some of you guys commented. Well, guess what? 50 of you guys on right now. What is your goal this week and why? If you're courageous and bold enough to put it in the comments, and if you're catching the replay, drop it right now. What is your goal this week and why? Who cares? You want to make sales? Define it. The more defined you can be with what you want, the more defined your result. The more specific you can be with what you want to create, to bring into existence, to have 2 sales this week, Craig, to have 3 sales this week, Ari. Titanium sales, by the way. He defined it. So what's he going to get? 3 sales by tonight because he defined it. So no more saying, oh, well, I think I'm doing okay, but maybe not. Says who? It depends your definition. Oh my heck, dude. No more balls, Colton. Oh my freaking heck. He literally just threw a basketball at my face. But with that relation, sometimes success appears to hit you like a ball to the face. You look at someone else, you're like, how'd they get successful?
Way to pull that in there.
Yeah, right? No more, dude. Holy crap. Sometimes it hits you in the face. Sometimes it appears, even worse, hear me out. Sometimes it appears that success hits someone else in the face like it was just lucky. It's not luck. guys. It's based
Mhm.
on design. It's based on design. What formula, what recipe are you following? Are you following what works, or are you trying to reinvent the wheel? Are you
True story to
following
that
what
too,
works?
because I've had people that have commented on, plenty of my social media content, and they're like, "Oh, it must be nice," or "Oh, you're so lucky."
Yeah,
And luck literally has nothing to do with it. And let me
exactly.
take a quote from 50 Shades of Grey for all you folks out there that love that movie series. Where
Awesome.
Christian Grey says, "Hey, the harder I work, the luckier I get." And there's a
Exactly.
lot of truth to that, because like, here, I want you guys to remember these two things. Okay, make a note, write it down, comment this below, whatever it is. I've been able to I've been able to achieve some of the things that I have based on two things. And this is as simple as it is. Okay. I take more action. So you guys can write this down. Take more action than most people are willing to take. That's number one. Okay. Take more action than most people are willing to take. Number two is stay consistent longer than most people are willing to stay. And that's
Okay.
it. That's how I've been able to achieve the things that I've achieved. So it has nothing to do
Yeah.
with luck, and it has everything to do with putting in the work and staying consistent. Those two simple things. I take more action than most people are willing to take, and I've stayed consistent longer than most people are willing to stay. That's
Mic
it.
drop. See you guys
And
later.
if it sounds really simple, it's because it is, but there's also some complexities there to that, because throughout that journey of taking action and staying consistent, you're going to hit roadblocks. You're gonna have the unsupportive spouse. You're gonna have the unsupportive, friend, neighbor, coworker, whatever. You're gonna run into roadblocks. Life is gonna get in the way at some point, and you're gonna have to figure out a way around it. And if you've decided and made that decision and you truly decide to go for it, you're gonna figure out a way around. If you haven't fully decided and you haven't fully committed, you're gonna hit that roadblock, and then you're gonna get off the road. You're gonna be like, "Oh, yeah, I guess this really isn't working." No, it's just you're not working. It has nothing to do with if this works.
Yeah,
You're deciding not to work. That's it.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, you guys. What are the three biggest objections that people have that maybe you even hold right now? I can't afford it. I don't have the time. I don't know what I'm doing.
Mhm.
Right? You guys probably feel that. Some of you probably you're like, well, I can't afford titanium because this. Maybe that's reality for you. Or your mindset needs to be worked on because money is just a piece of paper. Okay. Now, as far as you don't know what to do, you do know what to do. It's literally laid out for you. Every single piece of what we have is meant to be where Daniel and I could disappear for 6 months. You don't hear from us at all. All you have is the replays. All you have is the 1, 2, 3 training. You'd still be able to create success because you have everything right at your fingertips now, literally with our app, right? But your assumption of, I don't know how, I'm new, I've never done it before. No, duh, Sherlock, you've never done it before. You haven't done it before. You just started. Give yourself some grace. And even those who have been in for a year, even those who have been in for 6 months, if you don't have the results that you want yet, what's the problem? You, not the training that you have at your fingertips, not if you can afford it, not anything else aside from, are you actually doing the things or are you just talking? And then the
Speaking
last
of,
one,
go ahead.
Colton, seriously, you got to stop. Like another ball to the face here in 2 seconds, you guys. What was the other one? Can't afford it. Don't know how. Oh, aha, I don't have the time. Excuse me. You do have the time because we all have the same amount of time per day. There's a gal I work with. Some of you guys know who this is. Some of you don't. I won't say the name, but there's a gal I work with who is like 67 or 68 years old. You'd assume she had have all the time in the world, right? No, she's taking care of her grandkids 24/7, and there's 6 of them.
Oof.
And she's also widowed. So you guys, do you think a 67-year-old gal has the time? Yeah. And guess what? She has sales. Do you also think that a gal who's closer to my age, probably mid 30s, 6 kids under age 8 or 9, I think, 6 kids, and she works a full-time business for a dentist, and her husband works. Okay. I'll give you another example. A single stay-at-home mom has all the time in the world, right? Not. No. She has consistent sales, and she has a 2-year-old daughter. You think she has the time? Yeah. You want to know why she was able to quit her job, leave her 9 to 5, and move from East Coast to Central with her daughter? Because she was consistent. So don't say it's about, I don't have the time. I do have the time. You do have the time. You just got to check your priorities. Are your priorities in line, or are they affirming, I never had the time? Yeah, you're going to be right in a month and a year from now that you still don't have the time. And when you say you don't have the time, you are still going to have little results, little to no results. But we all have the same amount of time per day. So it's not about the amount of time, it's about your priority. Are you a priority enough? Are your goals a priority enough? Or are you going to sit in Groundhog Day? You know what I mean? You create the time.
And with all that too, it's also about not comparing yourself to somebody else's results. That's also one of the bigger nuggets that you guys can take away from today's Mindset Monday, is literally not comparing yourself to other people. That it's comparing yourself to others is literally a recipe for disaster.
Amen.
Plain and simple.
Amen.
It's literally a recipe for disaster. Because if you look at me or Kirsty or anybody else on the team that is getting results and you're not, and you're like, oh, well, them and them, and you start comparing yourself to them, it's literally a recipe for disaster. The only person you can compare yourself to is yourself. Okay.
Right.
So I'm going to take a quick diversion. I want to shout out right now, Phil McLeod. Phil McLeod's an executive on our team. He's been crushing it since getting he's been crushing it overall, but since he got the app, the dude has been on fire. He just got a platinum sale literally minutes ago. I just saw the income change. So shout out to Phil. Way to go. Awesome job. Phil, let me know, bro. Did you get that sale because of follow up with the app? I'm just curious. I know not every sale is going to go through the app, but I'm just curious if you use that for follow up to land that sale. But awesome job. Way to go. Love seeing those sales come in. And like I said, so far, the feedback has been awesome there. Really quick, guys, I want to throw this out there. Yeah, Scott says the app is a duplication machine. Scott, you just got a sale overnight. Way to go. I'm going to throw this out here right now. I'm going to put down in here. Everybody grab this if need be. support@businessglue.com. That's their support email. Some of you guys, Phil says yes. So awesome. Look at that. Closed another freaking sale with the app. Just, it's awesome. So, a couple of you guys, this isn't a common thing. This is like very, very random. A couple of you guys have said, hey, I get, you guys send out a push, but I don't get the notification, or I go to send a text message and the text comes up all jumbled, whatever. If you guys need to, I am not, believe it or not, I am not Business Glue support, but you can reach out to them via email, support@businessglue.com. I just left that email in there. So if you're seeing anything weird on the app, something doesn't make sense, you don't get the notification, or some of you have said, hey, I've gotten the cha-ching notification that I have a new lead, but when I go to actually look in my leads, the lead isn't there. A quick thing that you can do, just like any app, is you can literally pull down and you'll see the little wheel spin, and you can see the wheel spinning and refreshing. So sometimes if you hear the cha-ching and you don't have a lead, you don't see the lead in there, just literally pull down and refresh the screen and you should see the lead in there. For whatever reason, if you don't, then you can reach out to support and say, and let them know, like take a screenshot and say, hey, I got a lead, but I don't see the lead, whatever. They'll help you out. Super great support team, super helpful.
Super awesome.
But literally almost all the feedback is super, super, super positive. You guys are loving it. Also, we're going to continue to work on more information for the app. We're working, don't tell anyone, but we're working on a new funnel already.
Oh, don't tell them.
That's going to be coming your way. I don't know when, but we are working on a new funnel. What's funny? I actually had someone comment to me on my YouTube channel a couple of weeks ago, and they're like, "Hey, I see your system, but it looks like it's saturated." I'm like,
not even close.
Saturated. I'm like, what would even be saturated?
That's a great problem.
He's like, systems get saturated. And then of course I started to grill him on it, and he couldn't even come up with a valid point. I'm like, bro, we have 8 funnels and we put out a new funnel every 2 months. I'm like, how is that saturated? And he had no response. I was like, all right, good talk. Bye, Felicia. There's no such thing. I want you guys to realize, there's no such thing as market saturation unless we literally had 10,000 people all promoting the same funnel for a year. Then maybe it would get saturated, but there's no way.
I don't even think it would at that point either, though, because 10,000 people on our team, which we will get to soon. Yep. Not everyone promotes the same. Alan Bailey, for example, I've shouted him out a couple times here. He's under the GM. What is it? GMFC.
That dude's been producing. He's been producing nicely.
His ones are coming from warm contacts through Facebook, yet he's still using the funnel, right? He's using the DM formula and it's working. But then you have someone say Janet, Legier, Janet, I don't know how to say your last name, who does totally different marketing, and it's a totally different type of audience. Then you have Daniel crushing it on TikTok right now. It's crazy because everything that we teach works. You just have to figure out what your lane is and how consistent you choose to be. Because if you want consistent income to be paid every single Wednesday like clockwork, you got to be consistent. Janet, you'll have to let me know how to say your last name.
Legier. Janet Legier.
Leger. Got you. Cool.
She's from Canada, eh? Sorry, I apologize to all my Canadian neighbors. But yeah, I love that. Yeah, Phil says 10K is a drop in the bucket. I agree. So,
and it depends
guys,
what you're looking for too, because if someone's looking for it to be saturated, that's all they're going to see, and it's also an algorithm thing. So, hello, science, just saying. Or
it's
algorithm.
It's the same way with where someone will, drop a comment and say, "Oh, hey, I did some research on SHG and there's some, negative feedback." I'm like, bro, you can find negative feedback on milk. If you want to go look for negative, you're going to find negative. I don't like Yeti mugs. Yeti mugs have a lot of bad feedback online, so I don't buy Yeti mugs.
Yeah, better not.
What kind of mugs do you buy then?
Either.
Because if you want to go find, negative feedback on G2 Pilot pens or Yeti mugs, you can go find it. You can go find anything negative you want. It's always going to be there. It's never going to not be there. So you got to take all that stuff with a grain of salt, guys. But anyway, tomorrow night we got Teachable Tuesday, and I'm gonna drop a bomb here because Kirsty, you just mentioned that. Mentioned TikTok. And for me, TikTok is scorching hot right now. And I will say that for sure, certain social media channels, they go in peaks and valleys. And right now I'm experiencing a very big peak over in TikTok. The videos a lot of them are going, big crazy with thousands, sometimes tens of thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands of views. And I'm going to be showing you guys tomorrow exactly what I'm doing on TikTok and how I'm able to get some of these videos to go viral and literally get tens of thousands of hundreds of thousands of views. We're going to be giving you those formulas live tomorrow for Teachable Tuesday, because plain and simple. And you know what's cool is I've actually heard this now from many other people, not just on our team, but outside of our team in, similar niches, but slightly different niches, where they're saying as well that 2023 is going to be a great year for side hustles. So guys, this isn't just me saying this, even though you guys always hear me say 2023 is going to be the year of the side hustle. There's more and more people that are starting to say it. There's more and more people that are starting to see it. We're seeing a huge growth wave coming out of New Year's. So right now is super scorching hot to get out there and be promoting and be doing it in a very specific way that's going to land you sales. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about tomorrow night for Teachable Tuesday. We're going to be giving you the formulas. We're going to be giving you the verbiage. We're going to be giving you videos that are hot and converting right now. And we're going to be giving you all of that tomorrow night. So if you guys want to see what's hot right now, what's converting right now, make sure you guys are on live with us tomorrow, teachabletuesday.com, and go rock that out, my friends. So there you go.
And Teachable Tuesday, that's where it is exclusive to our team, you guys. This is for paid members. This isn't like, oh, I invite my friends. Like, no, if your friends are involved as a gold, platinum, or titanium member, then yes, they are welcome. But Teachable Tuesday is exclusive to our team. Replay is always included, as you guys know. And last but not least, you guys, Wednesday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern, there is a corporate call that we want to see you there for. So when corporate sends out your text and probably an email, I would guess today, get registered, mark your calendar right now to be there Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Anytime corporate does anything that is like, holy crap, you need to be there, this is super important, we'll let you guys know. Otherwise, just focus in on our team, what we have going here with Mindset Monday, Teachable Tuesday, Focus Friday, all of the trainings, all the material, your 1, 2, 3 training, all of that, focus in on that. Don't worry about anything from corporate until, in my opinion, you hear it from us, hey, be here. Because we want you to maximize your time. We also want you to know with for sure heart and intent that everything that we teach is based on proof, not theory. And if you want to see the success faster, you got to plug in and be consistent with what we teach. Dill? That being said.
Yeah. So
go ahead.
Sorry. The Wednesday corporate call is going to be good. They're going to be recapping 2022, talking about some goals and contests for 2023. So make sure you guys are paying attention to that, because just, as usual, another great chance to earn some extra commissions, extra bonuses, extra fast starts. So make sure you guys get all the information, and we will be communicating that as well. If you're on our team email list, and if you're on the app, we're going to be sending out information to make sure you guys have that as well. But tomorrow night, definitely going to go down, and you guys are going to see a lot of great content out there tomorrow. And one very last thing, some of you guys commented, hey, TikTok's working really well for me. Hey, Facebook's Reels working really well for me. Some of you guys, Instagram, kills it. Everybody's hot social media platform, it might vary by person.
Right.
So for me, right now it's TikTok, but for me, a month ago, it was YouTube Shorts. And it's Facebook Reels has always been kind of steady. It's kind of just been the steady horse. But for Kirsty, Facebook Reels is screaming hot, where TikTok is not. So just keep in mind, guys, the reason why we show you guys the 4 major platforms, right? You got Facebook Reels, YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram, is so you can go start putting content on those. And chances are, as long as you stay consistent, one of those is going to start to move quicker than the other 100%. Ones. Okay. So once that starts to happen, it starts to take shape, go jump all over that one and put some extra attention into it. But just because TikTok is hot for me, again, not comparing yourself to anybody else but yourself, just because it's hot for me doesn't mean it's hot for you. I'm just going to show you what I'm doing right now.
Right. It's about the formula. Yeah.
Yeah. That's hot for me on TikTok. You can literally take that same formula and apply that to any platform. All right.
Because it's about the recipe, right? If I follow a recipe to make a chocolate cake compared to a raspberry, compared to, say, I make a blueberry cake, whatever, same recipe, you might put in a different ingredient, chocolate compared to blueberry, but you're following the same recipe to get the same result. And it's the same thing here. Don't you dare affirm, oh, well, TikTok's not working for me because it's fraudulent. Oh, well, it's not working because it takes down my stuff. No, duh, Sherlock, we know that. It's going to be taken down. So expect it. Even Daniel, he probably knows eventually it's going to be shut down. Does that mean he's going to be like, oh, no, I can't post? No, because he's not being selfish, right? He is posting to get the right people, to impact the right people right now, not later because of his own assumption that eventually I'll be shut down. Yeah, you also could drive your car and accidentally get in a wreck today. That doesn't mean you don't go drive. Same thing here. Okay. Formula. Follow the formula. Get registered for Teachable Tuesday right now. If you haven't already, you guys know where to go. And then we'll see you inside the Facebook group probably soon again. Bye, guys.
That's it.
Have an awesome,
Later.
awesome Monday. Go crush it. Bye, guys.